Okay, first video since New Year. Now, what I'm going to tackle is Liverpool versus Man City, two big clubs in this country. I was watching the game thinking, wow, two big clubs playing a match, and the game just didn't seem like that. And I was looking at the difference in the players, and I think the Liverpool players when they had the ball, they weren't really that great. But I think before we even look at quality, it was actually a case of wanting the ball. And a lot of the times when we watch pundits or fans talk about top players and bad players, we always talk about the quality on the ball. But one thing that gets left out is wanting the ball and being clever enough to create space to get it. A lot of the pundits who I've played with or been coached by, behind the camera, we will discuss it. But for some reason, it's never spoken about on screen or hardly spoken about. So I thought, what, I'm going to cover it today because I thought it was blatantly obvious yesterday, to be honest. So I was looking at David Silva, always wanting the ball, always getting on the ball. Best player in the Prem this season, or between him and Van Persie. But I think, obviously, he's gained a lot of respect now, so his team will naturally look for him anyway, but he's had to earn it, and this is how. So the black crosses are Liverpool players. David Silva's teammate here with the ball, okay, he has it. He will drop off here. Bearing in mind he's attacking midfielder, but I saw him actually back here to get the ball. Now, this green circle is the space he's got for himself. Because instead of him being here, right on that person's toes, he's dropped off here because he wants the ball. And then when he's up there, he'll, again, be in between the lines, which is the most dangerous place to actually receive the ball for the opposing team. If this player's clever enough, he might just touch it to the side, round the corner, or set it back, they can play it in there. Now, that's him getting the ball here to maybe start something off, which you see Modric do quite a lot, or up there, when he kills teams by putting people in. Now, we've not even spoken about his quality. That's just how he's been showing how he's going to go and receive the ball, and that's what he was doing yesterday. The Liverpool players, I saw it across the team yesterday, but I'm going to pick these two players out, but it was near enough across the team. Henderson, now I didn't even put another teammate in where he would have the ball on the pitch because, to be honest with you, no matter where he is, that was pretty much him last night. That was where he was showing for the ball, in between two players. He's really saying, I don't really want the ball. He might have been calling for it, but if you stand there, you don't want it. And a lot of players know how to hide. I didn't understand Spearing last night. In that role where you sit, that ball should really go through you. And you're hard to pick up in that role, to be honest with you. So I didn't understand a lot of the times. I've slightly exaggerated it here, though. He wasn't really right out wide, but sometimes he was playing up there. Why not drop in here? Like Silva was doing. If you really want the ball, you're not going to want it on toes of other people. So I just thought to myself, this is the difference, and I think this needs to get spoken about more often. That's the difference between both teams. That's the difference between players. I'm not even going into quality yet. Okay, so if you've got your view on that, you might think, oh, do you know what, it's something else, or blah-de-blah. Give me your view. But when I was watching the game, obviously, and naturally, I mean, I have a bit of banter on Twitter and other things, and we start ripping other players and whatever. But really and truly, you got to feel sorry for some players because when you get the ball, and that could be any one of us, if we got the ball on the pitch and we look around, no one's there, what are you going to do with it? And some people end up just launching it, kicking it on the pitch, or trying something and giving it away. Is it that person's fault for giving the ball away? I'll leave that question with you, and you can obviously let me know what your answers are.